Should have Mr. Pablo Wilson on the line, but I'm hearing some music. Hello? Hi.
Hi there, you're both on the line.
Yes, okay, fantastic. Hi, good evening. So how are you doing tonight, Pablo?
Fantastic. It's actually the middle of the afternoon. I'm in London, and it's a glorious day, and we're rehearsing for the Olympics.
Oh, nice.
I'm doing the triple jump. Nathan's doing the javelin. Gary's going to do the swimming.
Really?
Now we're playing.
Really now?
No, we're playing. Yeah. We're playing an opening night when they light the torch. So it's a great honour. So we're a bit nervous and rehearsing just now for that.
Well, congratulations. This is, a really big event. A lot of people wait for the Olympics to arrive. I mean, and you guys are going to be part of it for this year. So congratulations on that. I do have a question for you. This was the first thought in my mind when I was given the task of having the honor to interview you, because I read somewhere some time ago, a few years back, that you actually were friends with Snow Patrol prior to joining them officially as the bassist, right?
Yes,
and
I've been the piano player and the guitarist at some point. And now I'm
You're just a one-man band.
For eight years.
For 8 years.
I've been bass player now.
Okay.
Yeah, which is crazy because I've never played bass before. So
you just played bass for the band?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I suppose I can call myself a bassist now.
Well, you are already the bassist. What are you talking about? But in this interview, I heard you say that you said that in the 90s, that was the time that you were in your wilderness years with the band. What does that mean? Do you remember saying that?
Well, I never said that personally, but
what does that mean? The wilderness years?
It just means we didn't really know where we were. Do you know what I mean? You're in the wilderness. You don't know where anything is. You're finding your feet because the band's been going for 18 years now. In a couple of months, it'll be 18 years. And when we started. The band is like people were 18 year olds.
So now we know how old you are.
But you don't really know. You don't really know what you're doing at that point. But it's kind of cool. That's the good thing. I like progression, and sometimes when bands have instant success,
right?
I think sometimes they get it wrong, and then We've tried and tested it for quite a long time now, so I'm sure we'll get it right eventually.
Well, I suppose like many other, indie bands like yourself that actually made it through and broke through the mainstream, it's all about just staying with, the craft, right? You have to just keep doing it until eventually, you were able to break through. I've got a question for you. You're a multi-instrumentalist, right? You did mention that you used to play the keyboards and then, I believe the guitar as well, and drums, now the bass, and also banjo. You play the banjo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, banjo. I had it on one of the tours and I learned to then. There's a little video I did, I think, somewhere. But I've not really played it much since then. But,
well, I suppose it's more of like, a chill sort of sit down acoustic sort of thing. But if you were given the opportunity to try a different profession, because I do know at one point you said that you never imagined yourself doing anything else but music, whether it be as an actual musician in the forefront or perhaps as a music producer or anything in music. But what if you were given the opportunity to do something else aside from music? What would be the next thing in line that's not connected to music at all?
I don't know. Making musical instruments.
That's still music.
Yeah, I made some guitars when I was young. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Some kind of thing with my hands, some kind of craft.
Okay. So it's still connected with the arts.
Yeah, but something you have great, you get pleasure out of finishing something and seeing a finished project. I wouldn't like to do something, I don't know, I like the idea of seeing something you've done and then we sit back and look at it and go, oh, that's great.
Admire it.
Or making something. I to have a result. So something like that. Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of, creating something and taking a look at it and seeing the result, let's talk about the latest album of Snow Patrol, Fallen Empires, which was released just last year. And I do know that your tour for the album kicked off just January of this year, right?
Yeah.
Yes, so how has it been so far? I mean, how has the ride been for that?
It's been amazing. It's been great. We've played some of the biggest concerts we've done in Europe. Mm-hmm. We did America. We did a very long tour there. We were there for nearly 3 months.
America's big. It's a big country.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've got lots of fans there. I mean, right after Grey's Anatomy used, Chasing Cars, I mean, that's how it all started pretty much, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was a big help. Yeah, that was cool.
Okay, so, from your latest album, you've got lots of the traditional, Snow Patrol sort of signature sound, melancholic, but still happy sort of songs in there. We're actually the only radio station in the Philippines that plays most of your songs for like the past several years. Yeah, because we actually focus on a lot of indie bands as well from Europe. So, prior to like lots of big hits of bands in Europe, we have actually started playing them when they were still indie. So, yeah, so you've got lots of fans.
Amazing.
Not just in the Philippines, but especially from our radio station. So,
brilliant.
So I've got a question for you. You guys rose up from the indie scene. You've had a soap opera in America use your song, a movie, Spider-Man, use your song, and now you're branching out, not just in Europe, but in America and now in Asia. So I do know that you will be coming into town. Is that true? Can we hear it from your very own words? What's going on next month?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I am rubbish at remembering dates. I pretty much have to have someone tell me what to do every day. I can't remember. I only work a day ahead. So I'm not sure, but I think it's in the next couple of weeks.
Right, definitely.
It's in like 2 weeks. Roughly.
Well,
but I can't remember.
I believe it's August 9. There you go. August 9. Let me help you with that.
Yes. Thank you. There we are. Thank you.
So you'll be coming into different countries in Asia. Singapore, I believe, right? Is your first stop in Asia?
Singapore, Hong Kong, and South Korea as well. Yeah, so there's a few places.
All right. Well, can you give, your Snow Patrol fans in the Philippines what they can look forward for during your concert here?
I'm trying to think what they can look forward to.
It's your first time. It's our first time to get to catch you guys perform live,
It's a very different thing live. I mean, if people know our songs, it's a bit more rock and roll, it's a bit louder. We've got quite a nice light show. I'm not sure what we're taking over there, but we like our lights and lasers and stuff. So it's going to be probably a lot different than what people will imagine. So you should come and check it out.
Fantastic. I'm very excited, and our listeners who have been tuned in since this morning to, really get to catch you, just speak to us here in the Philippines are all very ecstatic, and we're looking forward for your concert, Snow Patrol, live here in Manila, August 9. Thank you so much to Pablo.
Cool.
All right,
Thank
fantastic.
You.
Thank
you.
See
you there.
Yes, definitely. Bye. All right. That was Pablo Wilson from Snow Patrol. And remember, guys, it's going to be their first ever performance in Manila, August 9 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. And I'm definitely, Kuya, tek, pahingi akong kopya nito because he said, yeah, tell them I said so. So there you go. I'm gonna definitely get to go. Find blackmail. I'm gonna definitely get to go and catch them live and also get to meet them in person. Definitely. Well, this is a fantastic block Rockin' Thursdays for me. Right now, it is time to close it down with something I believe from. Let's choose something fun. How about some Elastica, because I believe I just made some awesome connection tonight. This is Blog Rockin' Thursdays on Jam 88.3.